What 10 minutes of puzzles a day can do for your aging brain. If someone told you that doing a crossword for 10 minutes a day could make your brain faster, more focused, and possibly even grow new cells, you'd probably assume they were selling something from the back of a magazine. But as it turns out, that little square of newspaper you usually skim over, or that Sudoku you abandoned in frustration, isn't just a time killer. It's a cognitive multivitamin in disguise. The science is increasingly clear. Engaging in short, regular bursts of brain-challenging puzzles can sharpen your mind in ways that go beyond trivia bragging rights. We're talking faster thinking, improved attention span, better problem-solving, and even something as wild-sounding as neurogenesis. Yes, the generation of new brain cells, long after you've retired from school, work, and the exhausting task of pretending to remember everyone's name at reunions. Let's start with speed. As we age, our brain's processing speed tends to slow down, not because we're doomed, but because the neurological highways get a little worn out. Think of it like your brain's internet connection going from 5G to dial-up. The good news? Puzzles act like cognitive speed drills. Every time you scan a crossword clue, track a Sudoku pattern, or solve a logic problem, you're forcing your brain to make quick decisions, recall facts, and mentally juggle information. Over time, this strengthens the very networks responsible for attention and speed. One study published in International Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry found that adults over 50 who regularly engaged in word puzzles had brain function equivalent to people 10 years younger. That's not just a feel-good statistic, that's a decade of cognitive edge from playing with words. Shakespeare would be proud. Now let's talk attention, that elusive mental spotlight that seems to flicker more with each passing year. Puzzles demand focused thought. You can't halfway solve a logic grid or bluff your way through Sudoku. You either find the number or you don't. This type of sustained attention actually trains your prefrontal cortex to stay online longer, which is no small feat in a world where even your toaster is trying to send you notifications. Then there's neurogenesis, the holy grail of brain maintenance. For decades, scientists believed adult brains were set in stone. No new cells, no new growth, just a slow, graceful decline. Turns out that was wrong. The hippocampus, the part of your brain involved in memory and learning, can still produce new neurons, especially when you challenge it in new, complex ways. Puzzles aren't the only trigger for neurogenesis. Exercise and sleep help too, but mental challenge is a key player. So yes, that stubborn Saturday crossword might actually be giving birth to baby brain cells. Adorable. There's also a psychological boost. When you solve a puzzle, especially a tough one, your brain rewards you with a tiny surge of dopamine, the feel-good chemical that says, "Well done, genius." This isn't just nice, it's reinforcing. Over time, it turns puzzle solving into a positive habit loop. Challenge, solve, reward, repeat. And let's be honest, it's one of the few legal, non-caffeinated highs available after 60 that doesn't require a prescription or a membership card. Even better, you don't need hours. 10 minutes a day is enough to keep your brain primed. That's one short coffee break. One episode of I'll just do one more clue. The key is consistency over quantity. Like brushing your teeth, short, daily sessions beat the occasional 3-hour brain binge. And unlike physical exercise, there's no need to change into stretchy pants or risk pulling a hamstring. So what should you do? Pick your poison. Crosswords if you love language. Sudoku if you like numbers. Logic puzzles if you secretly enjoy overthinking. Jigsaw puzzles for visual spatial training. Even apps and games. Yes, some of those phone apps that claim to train your brain are actually backed by decent science when used in moderation. Just avoid the ones that demand a monthly fee and offer nothing more than animated squirrels. If you're feeling really ambitious, rotate your puzzles. This forces your brain to adapt to different types of thinking, which increases mental flexibility. That's the fancy term for being able to switch tasks, solve problems creatively, and remember why you open the fridge. In short, 10 minutes of daily puzzles isn't just entertainment for people who collect magnifying glasses. It's a compact, portable brain gym that doesn't involve sweating, subscriptions, or awkward group stretching. It's your secret weapon against cognitive decline, and honestly, a pretty satisfying way to feel smug at breakfast. So grab a pen, a puzzle, and maybe a cup of tea. Your neurons are waiting, and they're already doing warm-up laps.